positive
quote
from
Jurgen Klopp. It's a tough opponent coming up. We need to be at our best. We have played Arsenal twice recently. Both games were not perfect. We won there, but not our usual game. Arsenal were very dominant for a long time. We finished our situations. 10 years ago, almost 10 years to the day, on the 8th of Feb 2014, Arsenal were leading the title race. I believe they were 5 points ahead of Liverpool. They rocked up at Anfield and we lost 5-1. We got absolutely battered. And that changed the trajectory of our season. And we fell away and Liverpool ended up in the title race with Manchester City. Like, the parallels are there to get some revenge on that day.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to AFTV. As you can see, we're outside Emirates to preview Sunday's massive game, Arsenal versus Liverpool, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. Listen, we've heard about Klopp's farewell at the end of the season. Will this be Arsenal's farewell to title hopes?
What?
I don't know. After Sunday, well, listen, people are saying it's on this game. It's a massive game.
That is so presumptuous, so
I agree.
so knee-jerk.
No, as in,
But anyway, we'll get to it.
I agree with the statement.
Oh yeah.
If we don't win, we're not winning the title. I don't think it's title race over.
No,
mathematically, it's not.
But 8 points clear if they win.
Because if we draw, we're 5 points behind them. If City win, there's 5 points. You can't be 5 points off a title in early February and say it's done.
Yeah.
But
if we lose,
catching both to win a title we haven't won in 20 years, with two managers that have been there and done it, we need a statement. So I agree with that. I agree, and I'm the guy who sat here on AFTV and said we're going to win the title. I changed my mind after that run of recent results. You know, City winning at Everton, winning at Newcastle. They now won at Tottenham in the FA Cup, but you know they've shown they can do that. They're on fire. I'm not lost hope, but I do if we don't win this weekend. So it's massive.
Okay,
So hang on, sir.
I want to come to you.
I don't want to belabor that point.
I want to hear from you,
It's
Lloyd.
the main point.
Yeah, because we've kind of given our opinion. I've watched your content as well this week on AFTV, so I kind of know your feelings. We haven't heard from Laurie. I'm not confident about this game. I've gone with a prediction of a draw, which we'll get to at the end of the video. But why were you so shocked? One, from my statement, and two,
No,
what
just
Jay's kind of saying.
you know what I mean?
That is
like,
the feeling. I
last time I checked, there were 16 games to go. So, listen, at the start of the season, I predicted that we would come second. So I am not saying here and now we're going to win the league. But I'm not saying either that if we draw on Sunday, it's all over. I do agree if we lose, then the picture is pretty bleak.
But
But look at it logically. If we draw on Sunday, say we draw, hypothetically speaking,
Right.
we've actually taken 2 points off Liverpool. Right, and as good as Man City and Liverpool and Arsenal are, none of those teams are going to win all 16 games. It's physically impossible because we're going to play each other in it. But you know what I'm saying. So
if
this narrative that if we don't win on Sunday, the title's gone. It's not one that I subscribe to.
you know the season Liverpool had last year, where they fell away so far that basically by February we weren't even looking at their results. You know, if City were having that kind of season, so basically we're playing Liverpool, it's a chance to close the gap, but City were miles off, maybe 10, 15 points behind us. I'd say a draw's not the end of the world. Maybe long way to go. We might catch them later in the season. One weekend can turn you know, the picture quickly. It's the fact that there's two of them. Yeah. That's the big thing for me. And I also don't believe, like last season, we lost to City twice in the league and we lost to them in the cup as well.
Yep.
I don't believe we can face Liverpool 3 times this season, not win a single one of them, and really deserve to finish above them in the table. So there's that as well. That's a lot of the stuff that's fueling my energy. But all that out of the way, I think we're winning this weekend.
Okay, well here we go. Let's
and
get
now
into,
we start talking positive.
Yeah, well let's do that then, because I did a box to box checkout on the channel with AGT, and he asked me a very good question also on his channel when I did a preview with him. He said, What should Arsenal fans be confident about going into this game? What makes them think, you know, they can potentially win this game? Obviously, we won this exact fixture last year when they came here, beat them 3-2. But I want to get from you guys, what builds confidence for Arsenal fans to say, you know, we can go and win this game? Because the last time we played them here was in the cup game, and I'll be honest, both teams I think were poor. They ended up winning that game. So let's start with you, Laurie. What's given you confidence to say, you know, Arsenal can go on and win this game on Sunday?
Well, you know what? I'm going to keep it real. Up until this morning, Friday morning, I was of the view that it probably would be a draw.
Fair.
Right? But I'll tell you what, in the last few hours, I'm switching my opinion because I'm sure you've heard the news that Nunes probably won't play. And if that is the case, with Salah being out as well, they'll hear that Salah's
Salah put a
running.
cryptic little video on his Instagram of him training and running on the pitch.
He's gonna be fresh as anything, isn't he?
If I see Mohamed Salah in the squad,
So I'm thinking that the
days.
pendulum may have swung ever so slightly towards Arsenal. So I was originally leaning towards 2-2. I'm now going 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, so you changed literally.
I have changed.
Literally
Once
from
I heard
morning.
the news about Nunes being doubtful, and with the Salah thing as well, I think those things, and the fact that we're at home, of course, switch it slightly in our favour. Previously, I was going for 2-2.
It's mad because I think they've got so much squad depth. I think that's what they have over us. I think they have more quality off the bench of players that can affect the game. That's why I'm so nervous for this game. I think 11 versus 11, it's going to be an amazing battle. We love watching Arsenal versus Liverpool. I think it's always a showstopper when you watch that match. But I just feel like they have a little bit more, in my opinion. But James, is there anything positive?
I've got a quote from Jurgen
Klopp.
Klopp. Because apparently if I say it, I'm just a delusional Arsenal fan. So let's take it from the man himself. It's a tough opponent coming up. We need to be at our best. We have played Arsenal twice recently. Both games were not perfect. We won there, but not our usual game. Arsenal were very dominant for a long time. We finished our situations. So because if I say it, obviously no one takes me seriously.
Right.
So
Come from
Jurgen
Jurgen
Klopp has said it. Now some people are saying he's little broing us and he's being polite.
Oh, he
whatever.
respects us. He respects us.
My eyes aren't lying to me. I watched those two games. Liverpool were very good in moments, absolutely. At Anfield, we could have lost that game. I wouldn't say we deserved to win it. I thought we were deserving of a point. I thought we did well there. I think when you look at that game, I thought we started on fire the first 20. I think from 20 minutes up to about 60 minutes, they were the better team. I give them that 40 minutes of football. And I think we were sort of hanging on and trying to deal with that momentum. They came out fast in the second half, but we got through it. Trent should have scored, we know that. But in the last half hour, we played our football. We calmed it down. We calmed down at Anfield. We dealt with it.
Yeah.
By calming it down, I'm not saying the atmosphere. I'm saying in terms of dealing with how crazy it can be there. And we dealt with it. We came through that. And then here at the Emirates, I've never seen a game where we should have been 5-0 up at half time.
Oh, amen.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. 3-0 up at half time. From Havertz, the square back, Arsenal should have done better. The header he puts out wide. Gabriel Saka making a meal of it from across in the second half. There were so many moments. I was watching it, I cannot believe it. This wasn't, we should have been 3-0 because we had some half chances. They were phenomenal chances in that game. Now, we didn't take them. Football's about taking chances. I hear that. Klopp made tweaks in the second half. They were much better. Yes, they hit the post in the first half. That's when they started to get some momentum. Yeah. And then second half, they were a lot better. It was much more of an even game. We still had chances in that second half.
Agreed.
So I've watched us in 2 games in the last month and a bit, and I've gone, we can go toe to toe with these guys. We can create chances. We can win this game. And so the reason I have confidence and the reason Arsenal fans should be coming here with loud voices, because we've actually had 2 games where on another day, we come out with maybe a little bit more. Maybe it drops for us in a different way, and we come out with a win from those 2 games.
I like that.
I feel like we need to take that belief and go, okay, yeah, we drew. Okay, yeah, we lost. Yeah, we were hoping for better. But take the positives and make it fuel this performance.
100%. And they need to kick on. I do want also Liverpool fans to remember as well, and just put a little bit more respect on it. Because before we played you guys at Anfield, you saw Jurgen Klopp in the press saying we need it to be loud, stay at home if you're not going to be vocal and all that. So I think Klopp has, to be fair, if I'm honest, shown respect when it comes to Arsenal. And even in them quotes there you just read out, thank you for those.
Sorry, and just to cut you, look at that full-time reaction with Arteta, the big sort of, the high five, engaging the hug. That was 2 managers that went, good game, good game. And again, a lot of people seeing that as little broing us or whatever. Stop it. What's every time Arteta gets complimented, Arsenal get a bit propped up by a rival, they're just sort of patting us on the back and going, oh, that's cute.
Exactly.
No, there's a respect for Arsenal. And no, we haven't won it. No, we haven't achieved what these managers and these clubs have done. They're ahead. I get it. But this is a game, an opportunity to show that we're there in the mix.
Yeah.
Because we want to be at the end of this weekend within touching distance of those 2. Everyone's sort of talking about those 2 running away with it. And that might be the case after this weekend. I'll go, yeah, we're not on their level. Those 2 managers are something else, and the experience and everything. But this is an opportunity to say we are part of that discussion.
We're still there, 100%.
Absolutely. And I also think that the Klopp leaving factor is lessened this Sunday as well because of the fact that we're at home. So it's not quite the same energy, if you see what I mean. It's still there, but it's not quite at fever pitch the way it would be if it was been at Anfield. So
do you know
that's got to be taken into consideration.
Just on that, I'm going to let you carry on in 1 second. I have the utmost respect for Jurgen Klopp,
massively,
right? and what he's done in the game, and we've done a round table. We spoke about it. I'll be real though. I am every week, and I feel like we're just going to hear he is leaving. They have reacted a certain way. They're galvanised. All of that. I really would love, please, Arsenal, to just we feel like, you know, some of the fans online feel like we're being little bro, but just to have this conversation put to bed a little bit. Yes, we know he's leaving at the end of the season. Get on with it. I want Arsenal to kind of be like, all well and good, cool, Klopp, but this is Arsenal. You're coming here. Let's win the game. Stop all that. I think it's all well and nice at the moment when he announced that he's leaving. Fair enough. Wicked, emotional, loyal Liverpool fans. I get it. But now I'm kind of like, that was cute. Arsenal. Let's just forget all that noise. Go and do your job. Shut that all up. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I
think
want.
that factor has lessened this week. It's reduced.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do.
But it's such a big game that they might feel like. I think a lot of fans, when I spoke to Liverpool fans, they're dying to get a ticket for this game because this might be the last time they see Klopp versus an Arsenal side. So I feel like it's still going to be there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
it's
why
still there. But
Sure,
it's
there'll
not
be
at
energy.
fever
Yeah,
pitch.
it'll be a mass. It's going to be huge. It's going to be raucous. I know it is. I just hope Arsenal can.
No, it'll contribute to the atmosphere. What I'm saying is, it won't be the overwhelming feature.
Right.
Because we're at home.
We have that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, because we're at home. Arsenal fans coming here to the Emirates on Sunday have the opportunity to drown that noise out.
Yeah.
To say, and Liverpool fans will be loud and they'll be amazing and Liverpool will be pumped. Let's be more pumped.
Yeah.
Let's be louder. We have the majority here.
Because we've got
We're
aspirations of our own.
Exactly.
That's
You know what I mean?
it.
So-
That's it. The focus
Yeah,
should be on us. I
totally
like that.
agree.
Well, so let me run through just some of the stats quickly before we get into your predictions. Very simply, that some of the players that they might be missing. Tsimikas, I believe they're saying he's out for that game. Salah, I mentioned it earlier. There's videos of him on social media, jogging. Will he be in the squad? Who knows?
Yeah, they discovered a new cure just in time for the game and he's sort of fit and ready to go. They could announce he was out for 5 months and I'd have been like, yeah, but he'll play against
He'll play.
Arsenal.
No, but even if he does, let's be honest, he won't be at full tilt. will he?
This is Mohamed
Mo
Salah, though.
The thing about
Laurie.
Salah is he's actually, over the last few years, evolved his game a little bit to where he is involved. He's become more of a
Yeah.
playmaker, changed his game as well. But even the games where he's not involved, bam. See, against us at Anfield, I don't think he was unbelievable.
Oh, not
I
at
thought
all.
I thought he was good.
Just a moment
but
for his goal.
What a goal.
Yeah.
Destroyed Zinchenko, should have done better. And then lashed into the one bit of the net he could have found. He's unbelievable.
I'm
mate.
just
Yeah,
as
one of the
concerned
best
about
in
some of the
league,
youngsters, to be honest. Been
Yeah,
very
because-
impressive.
Yeah, they got Conor Bradley, and
Yeah.
there's questions of who's going to start in that position. With Trent obviously
That'll be
returning, they've also got the other wing. Joe Gomez has been phenomenal, I think, for Liverpool since Robertson's been out. But we saw him have a few minutes, so he's going to be available for the game on Sunday. So they've got a few headaches, but this is where I kind of lead to my
Laurie's
thoughts
worried
of,
about the interns, eh?
No,
Yeah.
but I've got to say, Liverpool have been very impressive
done.
recently. Yeah, I like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, they have been impressive, and you know what I mean. They're a movement right now, isn't it? We spoke about the Klopp factor and him leaving, and they seem to be on a bit of a roll right now. It's up to us to put that in check. You know what I mean? Do our own thing. Turn up on Sunday, believe in our own selves. We've got our own narrative to write.
100%.
So
100%.
that's what we got to focus
We're
on.
obviously without Fabio Vieira. Thomas Partey, well, we don't know.
Who?
Thomas Partey, our midfielder, who, you're right, I haven't seen in a very long time. I mean, it might be too soon for him to be featuring in this game. I'm really hoping that there is, a chance that he does play in this game. I'd love to see that. I mean, there is a predicted 11 video that'll be on the channel that you'll be able to check out as well. But Thomas Partey,
The
Fabio
trouble
Vieira, and
is, if
obviously
I could
Timber,
just
we
say
know.
very quickly, the trouble with Thomas Partey coming back to a game like this, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big Thomas Partey fan. If he does play, or if he's available, is he really going to be up to speed in a game, especially a game of such high intensity, high velocity, Arsenal versus Liverpool, or everything on the line? It's almost a bit unfair to chuck him in there and expect him to be a major difference.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Probably not
So,
start, but
yeah,
it'd be
so
nice to see him.
I don't think he'll start.
To feature if he is available on the bench. And obviously we know about our past results, 2 wins recently, obviously one against Nottingham Forest, 2-1 win there, and then a 5-0 against Palace. The last 3 were defeats. And Liverpool also in great form. They haven't lost a game. They've lost 1 game this season, won the rest and drawn 1 in their last 5. So
Can I give you one more stat?
go.
It's actually popped into my head just now, so I had a little check. But there's an opportunity for some revenge here, and I feel like it's married up quite nicely.
Go.
And maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm sort of looking at the romantic side of football. And
Here come the comments.
The reality is football doesn't work like this. 10 years ago, almost 10 years to the day, on the 8th of Feb 2014, Arsenal were leading the title race. I believe they were 5 points ahead of Liverpool. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. They rocked up at Anfield and we lost 5-1. We got absolutely battered. And that changed the trajectory of our season. And we fell away and Liverpool ended up in a title race with Manchester City. Like, the parallels are there to
Weird.
get some revenge on that
Weird.
day. Exactly almost 10 years on the 4th of February, they're 5 points ahead of us, but they're coming to our ground. Now let's flex ourselves We're not going to win 5-1, but get some revenge for that day and remind them what we're about and drag ourselves back into that race. While you're talking, I'm going to see if I can get the league table up back then, but I'm pretty sure they were 5 points behind us.
I think,
and I want revenge for that day. That hurt. That hurt. That's the game that Arteta described as the day where he just saw like red blurs just running around. He couldn't eat, like the day Anfield swallowed him up.
Yeah.
Like, and we need to avenge that day, man.
It's funny, isn't it? Because like I think as fans, we want the revenge for that, and it's the romantic side of the game. You'll pull back to remember watching that game and it being very painful. But I can't imagine Mikel Arteta going in doing his team briefing and being like, "So I was here in this game, and we need to get revenge for this." Very interesting way to look at it, but you never know. Listen, anything they don't really need much more riling up the fact that
as I said, we
were 5 clear of them.
Wow.
We were 5 points ahead of them. 55 points. To Liverpool's 50 points, albeit we were behind Chelsea. I don't know if that was just before or just after. I think we went into that game 5 points ahead.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
with a chance to go 7 or 8 clear.
Well, let's get into score
6 or
predictions.
8.
Let's get into score predictions, starting with Laurie. How do you think the game's going to go and what you said? So you said 2-1, but
yeah, I said earlier.
Give us a little breakdown on that scoreline.
As I said, my the reason for going with that scoreline is that when I woke up this morning and I heard the news about Nuno. I mean, listen, some of it could be mind games. We all know what managers are like. They will drop little things. Oh, we're not sure if he'll be available. He's doubtful. But I'm just picking up a little mood that Salah not been there. Well, say not being there. We think he's not going to be there, and if he does, he won't start. Yeah. So I think, with all being said, all things being considered, I'm leaning towards Arsenal. Hard for 2-1 victory. Nice.
I want to piggyback off that and just say that let's not forget in the cup game, yes, we had many chances. We mentioned that. We did have players that didn't feature. We didn't have Jesus didn't play, I don't believe, in that game, or he definitely didn't start. Zinchenko as well. And like you said, Havertz missed a lot of chances. This could be completely different. It will be a different game come Sunday, but there's faith and belief there that we can definitely beat this Liverpool side. Saying all that, my prediction, a 2-2 draw. But that's because, like I mentioned earlier in this preview, the fact that I feel like they just have a little bit more when it comes to squad depth that can change the game.
Brilliant. They're brilliant, and they could be, like we saw in the Cup, they could be out of it in terms of performance-wise, in terms of getting on the ball, in terms of all that. And then they got killers, and that finishes us off. And that's what makes them so dangerous. That's what makes teams like Liverpool, you can't ever write them off because they could be having a shocker. I didn't think they were great in that first half against Bournemouth. No. They weren't bad, they weren't great. They won 4-0. This is what we're dealing with. So that makes them dangerous always. But I'm going for a 3-1 Arsenal win. I'm trusting our boys to come here and put in a statement. I believe they can do it, and if they don't, look, there's only shame in backing your team and believing in them and having hope. These are the games we want in the season, and I'm excited about it. It's like that City game. There's a lot of doubt. Oh, but City, can we? I believed and I believe again, but I want everyone to come with this energy of big opportunity in the season. February, I feel like it's the start of crunch time. Well, not crunch time, but it's the start of that. Okay, we're building towards
the
it.
end of the season.
Let's go put in performance. Come on, Arsenal.
100%.
But I wonder if Arteta's going to try suck that out of the game. There's one thing about Arsenal, they've been more controlled, they've been more, safety first. Yeah. And I wonder if he might see that as the way to do it. But I hope not. I hope he goes out to try and blow them away.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. He'll have to be defensively responsible.
I think
concentration levels will need to be peak. However, sitting back is not going to work. You've got to attack these guys. We're at home. The expectation is on us to be positive, to go for it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great game.
I think it'd be smart to take the emotion out of the game from Mikel Arteta. Hopefully he does that, because Liverpool, I feel like, are very good when they're emotional. I feel like we do tend to drop it when we are over emotional. So let's see how it goes. Let us know in the comments your thoughts and feelings ahead of this game against Liverpool on Sunday. And don't forget, AFTV are going to Ghana next week, so check out all the content for that. And also for this game, all the build-up content coming your way. Join the app on AFTV Plus app, and you can join us on Fan Zone after the match as well to get your thoughts and feelings. Take care, people.